Hey guys, it's Emily here, and I kind of have a confession to make. I'm a really emotional person. And because I'm an emotional person, I'm also a really emotional reader. Most of the time, when you see my reviews and my wrap ups and stuff like that, as hard as I try to really be a little bit more analytical and critical and stuff, most of my reviews are based on how the book made me feel and my feelings at that moment and that time. The thing is, I think that's why I've always really been drawn to the arts. And that's something I feel like we don't talk about enough here on BookTube, is that books are art forms.
When I was thinking about this topic, the first thing I thought of was this quote from Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. She looked like art, and art wasn't supposed to look nice. It was supposed to make you feel something. And that's kind of the point of art. It makes you feel something. I've never been an analytical person. I've never been drawn to things like math and science or even grammar where there's rules and you're supposed to do things a certain way and follow the logic and follow facts. I've always been a person who's followed my emotions and acted upon those. And I am working on being more analytical and critical and really wanting to be sure that what I'm consuming are things that are good. But at the same time, art isn't supposed to be that way all the time. It can be sometimes, but not always. I've always felt like the point of art is to embrace emotion and to embrace things that we love and to kind of be that fangirl, to be emotional and to embrace emotions. Sometimes that's done in a movie or in songs or theater or a painting or a sculpture. And they're supposed to bring out the emotions in us. They're supposed to bring out these feelings in us that sometimes we didn't realize we had, or times when we feel like that someone didn't understand us or reaches something in us that we didn't realize or we wanted someone to realize. Even some of the most respected things in the world, like Shakespeare at one point, weren't really considered academic. They were for the common people to laugh and cry along with. And I think that's so awesome. And we forget that sometimes with books. They are often seen as academic, and books can totally be academic and for quote unquote smart people. But they're also really emotional. And sometimes our emotions change over time. I think of music and how I don't have the same emotions toward an NSYNC song like I did when I was in junior high. But at the time, I loved those songs and they were really important to me. And even though my emotions since then have changed, it doesn't make my emotions and my feelings toward it back then any less valid. And that's kind of the beauty of emotions, is that we have ups and downs. We laugh and we cry and we get angry and we get sad, but that's okay. We connect to books, or at least I connect to books, sometimes because I want someone to understand me. And even if a book isn't critically well done or well respected, sometimes if it connects to you, that's what really matters because that's kind of the point. The point is to make you feel something. Even if sometimes that emotion is anger or disagreement on how they handle something, at least the conversation gets started. At least you get those emotions brought out and we start exploring them more often. And again, it's what I've always loved about the arts and what's made them so important in my life. We can connect to them in ways that maybe we hadn't been able to before.
So, yeah, it's totally okay to have an emotional reaction to a book. It's okay to have an emotional review because to me, if I don't feel something, that's when it's not good. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and I want to hear all of your thoughts on this because I know there's so many different perspectives that we can have, and I want to hear all of them. So please put them down in the comments, and I will see you later. Bye.